Good morning. I bring you greetings from the Bullock County Historical Society and from me and from Mr. Bill and from Spot. All of us here at the Hideway, we're doing quite well. Hope you are. Today's corporate sponsors are Citizens Bank, Henley Properties, and Professional Eye Care of Statesboro. We could not do these tidbits without our corporate sponsors. Walt Strickland was interviewed for this tidbit. Marguerite Bryant opened Miss Bryant's Kitchen in 1954. She, along with her husband Charles, operated this restaurant for over 25 years. Favorite dishes included fried chicken, sweetheart congealed salad, little blueberry muffins, and fresh shelled peas. Mrs. Frank Hook, mother of our member Frank Hook, baked the cakes, and sweet iced tea was served on the table from Fenton pitchers. Tourists would order grits by saying, "I'll have one." The restaurant was a must-stop for US 301 travelers on their way to Florida, and they wanted to savor Marguerite's delicious home-style cooking. VIPs also were frequent, as the governor of Georgia came, the Duke and Duchess of Windsor on their way to their home at Palm Beach, and also the Reverend Billy Graham. Dr. Jack Averett related this story to the Statesboro Rotary Club, which met at Miss Bryant's Kitchen many years ago. When Jack was a Rhodes Scholar during college years, he was invited to a reception held by the Queen of England. He discovered that he was standing next to Billy Graham. Dr. Graham asked Jack where he was from, and he replied, "A small town near Savannah, Georgia." Graham asked, "What town?" And Jack replied, "Statesboro, the home of Georgia Teachers College." And the Reverend Graham replied, "Oh, that's where Charles and Marguerite have their restaurant." I love that story. When Dr. Graham first started his evangelical service, he and his wife Ruth and his choir director would travel from North Carolina to Florida and would stop in Statesboro for the night. They stayed at Styles Motel and ate dinner and breakfast at Miss Bryant's Kitchen. Marguerite remembers that they would order the most inexpensive items on the menu. She worried about them not eating properly. So every time after breakfast, she gave them a picnic basket. And guess what was in it? Of course, fried chicken, boiled eggs, homemade cake, and iced tea. And all this she packed lovingly for their road trip. I have a brick from Miss Bryant's Kitchen that was shown in the Hideway tidbit on the Statesboro Brickworks. This postcard shows those rose-colored oversized bricks so very well. Walt said that Mr. Bryant bought these and brought them back from Florida. For the Bryant 60th wedding anniversary, Dr. Graham sent a very nice congratulatory letter and also included a book about dying gracefully. Walt thinks that's so funny. I do too. The restaurant was recommended by the who's who of the time. It had a 4-star Duncan Hines rating, and Mr. Hines ate at the restaurant. It was featured in Ford magazine and was written up by our own Ward and Becky Franklin Morehouse in the New York papers and periodicals. Marguerite commissioned Betty Bird Foy Sanders for 8 camellia paintings, of which daughter Lavinia still had at her time of death. Betty Bird told Walt that this was her very first commissioned artwork. This is my favorite story. Walt and Lavinia lived in London, and, Walt was in the Navy there. Lavinia was on an elevator in the wonderful department store Harrods. A couple said they were going to the 3rd floor for shoes, and Lavinia said to them that they needed to go to the 3rd floor. The man questioned her wonderful Southern accent and asked where she was from. Lavinia said, I'm from Statesboro, Georgia. The man replied in a wonderful British accent, Heavens, that's where Mrs. Bryant's kitchen is located. The elevator door opened and Lavinia exited while saying to them, Why, yes, that is my mother. Thank you for being with us today and sharing a tidbit of wonderful history from our Bullitt County. See you next week. Bye.